Hi,
Hello.
it's Erin, Byron, the Enlightenment activist here at the Woodland Cultural Centre in Brantford, Ontario with Lorrie Gallant. Lorrie, tell the folks a bit about who you are.
Well, I am from Six Nations, Cayuga Nation, from the Turtle Clan family. And I work at Woodland Cultural Center in the education department. And we do a lot of tours about learning about Haudenosaunee people and learning more about the residential schools.
And so this fence behind us has a lot to do with residential schools. Tell us, what are we sitting in front of?
We're sitting in front of a fence that I've created out of tags, watercolor tags. So when you hear about residential schools, sometimes for the first time, or maybe heard it before but didn't get all of the information, when we do residential school presentations, I find people, they were following me around when we were doing tours because they didn't want it to end. And I knew it wasn't because they wanted to hear more. They wanted it to have a happy ending. And the residential school story doesn't have a happy ending. It hasn't ended yet. We're still working through that. So I didn't want people to leave with that trauma or that sadness in them. I wanted them to leave hopeful. So I offer watercolor painting of these small tags. As you can see, they're just very small. Some of them have writing on, some have just artwork on. Some of them have both. And it's to express how you feel. How did the finding out about residential school make you feel? What are you going to do next? Is there a message you'd like to leave to a survivor? And it gave them an opportunity to leave it here. So it's kind of, leave the sadness and the trauma here and go out that door with hope to make change, make difference. So take the trauma and leave it here, and then move out and treat people differently, act differently, experience the world just a little bit different with this new knowledge and understanding, because it's called truth and reconciliation. So that's what they're asking for. We've given you the truth. That reconciliation is completely up to you. So I want to open the door to the beginning of what reconciliation looks like to people.
And what does reconciliation look like to you in your life, Lorrie?
Oh, to me, it's reconciling with who I am. So I'm a generational survivor. So it's affected me from the day I was born. It's not something that I was sent off to, and I can tell you exactly, when my trauma took place. I was born into it, so it's part of my DNA. So I have to deal with it differently. I have to accept myself for who I am and not say, okay, this is my job, this is my home, this is my family life, this is my church life, this is my work life. I can't separate them all anymore. It's too hard to try to put up a strong face in each one of those, but to try to make them blend together, to be happy with the blend, because the blend is actually who I am.
Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure so many of us can resonate with that too, trying to be ourselves in different roles and yet maintain the integrity of the unitive principle. Who am I really? And so, Lorrie, Q3, the third question, how have you used expressive arts to support yourself in being that consistent person rather than compartmentalizing?
Well, bringing it here. So I'm an artist, so my response to things would be art. So here we are, art, and it's here at my job, and it's allowing people to be individuals as much as I want to be an individual. So some people are writers, some people are just artists, some people are neither, but they still took the paintbrush and painted. It's the expression. It's not how you do it, it's because you do it. And it's how is it going to turn out? We're not attached to the outcome of anything. We're just all on a journey to make something, to be something, to accept ourselves. So this, to me, is a really good example of me on my journey. So bringing my journey to work, bringing my journey to home, and trying to keep them all together and still being true to myself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, that was 3 questions. So you get to ask me a question now, and I'll give an answer.
Okay. Why did you think why did you think of coming here to the Woodland Cultural Center Residential School?
It is important. I think we're on the cusp in our country, but internationally as well. We're on the cusp of having the opportunity to really understand what it means to be human, compassionate, and use the historical context of human violence to build a better, more connected, creative life for all of us. And the work that you've done, I've known about for a number of years now, and has genuinely inspired me. And the hope is that by coming here and showing the people a bit about what you're doing, that they find that inspiration in themselves in large and small ways to support others in connecting to their creative selves, expressing who they truly are, and building a world of greater kindness and understanding.
Absolutely right. I think that's part of our culture is based on that kindness, forgiveness, and acceptance. So if we keep going back to those things, no matter what culture we're from or religion we're from, if we're all that, we're all human beings.
Yes.
You know, and we can all respond to those things. We can all do this a lot better.
Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Lorrie. This has been 3Q1A. Remember to subscribe.